This is the end. It is now over for this Tesla competitor who just completely capitulated to Tesla. Also, there's this new FSD version going out right now, and it's making people excited. And also, analysts are really bullish about Tesla stock as well. And also, Tesla is asking us to contact European governments so that FSD can be approved faster in European countries. So starting with the capitulation, Stellantis has announced that it is adopting Tesla's snacks for select Stellantis EVs in North America, Japan, and South Korea, giving feature access to more than 28,000 Tesla superchargers across all 5 countries. So starting in early 2026 in North America and in 2027 in Japan and South Korea, Stellantis customers will be able to charge compatible BEVs at thousands of Tesla supercharger locations. It is truly amazing that it took so long for some of these companies to capitulate to Tesla, but we are seeing this, and this is the end of them trying to compete with Tesla in this regard. They just figured out, oh, Tesla built the infrastructure already. How about we just use it? But no doubt this is extremely good for Tesla stock investors because it signals that Tesla is the best when it comes to this specific thing. Tesla has the best technology, and like I said many times before, because they are doing this when it comes to charging, they will also later do the exact same thing with full self-driving. And when this type of capitulation first started, if you remember when you got the initial announcements from Ford and GM, the stock went from under $200 to about $300 in just a matter of months. So that was fast. And let this be a warning to all Tesla stock investors. If you miss the capitulation, which will happen inevitably, just a matter of time, I'm speaking about full self-driving here, when automakers start announcing that they will implement Tesla software in their own vehicles, we will see another explosion of Tesla stock just going wild and up. So Alexander Potter from Piper Sandler said that Tesla's latest full self-driving software may already outperform the average American driver. This changes a lot. And Alexander Potter is actually one of the better analysts. He has been bullish about Tesla stock for a long time. He's not one of those analysts that said, you know what, Tesla stock at $20 per share, you don't want to get into that. He was bullish for a long time. So I have a lot of respect for Alexander Potter. He says after test driving FSD V14 during an investor visit to Fremont, he reiterated an overweight rating and a $500 target, calling the tech impressive and noting a flawless Robotaxi ride. And here's the whole note. Omar is quick to say that with FSD 14, their Tesla stock price target should basically be at $600. So Potter wrote that we think FSD is a truly impressive product that is probably already better at driving than the average American. A conclusion strengthened by what he described as a flawless Robotaxi ride to the hotel. The firm encouraged investors who have not yet done so to experience FSD version 14 firsthand, arguing that the technology continues to exceed expectations. For the longest time, we have heard, oh, FSD is a letdown. It's not happening this year, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, now we are hearing from analysts. FSD exceeds expectations. This is a big moment. This is a watershed moment, so pay attention. Much of the 75+ minute Q&A with Tesla was said to have been focused on full self-driving progress and the company's Robotaxi ambitions, but they also highlighted discussions on Tesla's in-house chip development, the Optimus humanoid robot, and its growing stationary storage battery operations. Now, the thing about analysts is they always only see the thing that's happening right in front of them, and they rarely ever see the big, long-term picture. So as analysts are getting excited about FSD, I am starting to get a little bit excited about the humanoid robot. And often I am too soon, I'm too early. I think today it is still a big taboo to say you are really bullish on the humanoid robot, but it's no longer really taboo to say, oh, you know what? I'm buying Tesla stock because of full self-driving. Like, that's becoming more of a norm now. People are not really calling you crazy if you say, oh yeah, full self-driving is going to be a big thing for Tesla, and it is going to be safer than human driving, and it is happening in the rather near future. Then they continue. The meeting additionally touched on capital expenditure plans and margin considerations, though the note did not provide specific figures. Piper Sandler said its financial model for Tesla had been updated for the company's third quarter results, which were released before the visit. However, Potter added that beyond this minor update, we have left all other estimates unchanged. Now, I don't know exactly which month precisely precisely this is going to happen, but I can just sense and just feel that there's going to be an avalanche of Tesla stock price target increases coming our way. And some of these are actually pretty meaningful, especially the ones from Morgan Stanley. When they do it, ooh, the stock jumps like 5-10% in a single day if it's like a meaningful update. Then we got some Robotaxi news here. Tesla spotted for the first time doing Robotaxi validation testing in Boston, Massachusetts today in preparation for future service expansion. Keep in mind, this is a cold weather city. But also, if you remember, I recently shared with you the news that Boston City is trying to ban full self-driving cars. So this is a bit interesting. Someone else pointed this out, and Sawyer explained, well, they haven't banned driverless cars yet. I'm pretty sure that Tesla is aware of what they are trying to do, and they must have calculated that, oh yeah, actually it makes sense to go to Boston right now. Also, we got some more good news. Tesla is hiring vehicle operators in Hong Kong. A 6-month gig, they say here. So FSD is also coming to Hong Kong. It might take a little longer maybe, but it's coming. And by FSD, what I really mean in Hong Kong, full self-driving and robotaxis. Also, a Tesla Fremont test track showed Cybercab without a side mirror being tested. How interesting is that? I'm pretty sure Farzad does not like this idea. He's very big on the steering wheel and the side mirrors, but an interesting development, certainly. I personally think it does make sense for Tesla to add the mirrors and the steering wheel and the pedals, just because it will prevent Tesla from having any major regulatory issues. But later on, once all of these are sorted, yes, of course, it makes sense to have no steering wheel, no pedals, no side mirrors. It makes sense. Elon Musk is full of great ideas. Sometimes he has them a little bit too early, but it doesn't matter because in the end, eventually he actually still delivers. Like for example, Elon didn't want to make the Model Y. His team made him do it. And I think that was a good call by the Tesla team. All right. And here Tesla made a request regarding FSD in Europe. FSD supervised saves lives, says Tesla. Please reach out to your local governing authorities and make your voice heard to help accelerate approval. It was in response to this post, unleash FSD in Europe. What are regulators waiting for? This is FSD in Italy, France, the Netherlands, and Germany. Now, Alex, I believe, lives in Germany, and he says, this request has both positive and negative aspects. On the positive side, calling on Europeans to contact government authorities could raise awareness, but knowing EU politics, I doubt this will move the needle. On the negative side, the request shows that Tesla has exhausted all possibilities to speed up the regulatory process for FSD in Europe. I'm not so sure about this one. Tesla is simply using everything at its disposal, and it makes sense actually to put additional pressure on governments, and this is a little bit more similar to Elon's style, because if you have followed and watched Elon, when someone disagrees with him or if Elon needs something done, he's gonna call out that person, he's gonna apply pressure on the institution, and in the end it ends up working usually in his favor. If you remember, Elon had a major fight with Apple earlier when he bought Twitter. He applied extreme pressure on Tim Cook, and that eventually ended up in something that was at least a little bit more favorable to him personally than compared to if he wouldn't have done that. I posted this. Uber driver in New York City told me he got a Cadillac EV instead of a Tesla because Tesla is a toy. That toy will eventually put him out of business, sir, he says. And this is some shocking news. Generally, I do mean that. Ross Gerber, you would think he's like a Tesla bear by now, but hey, look, he's saying I'm using 14.1.7 FSD on the Tesla Cybertruck. This version is a big step up from V13, which was not good. Pretty pleased with the improved performance of FSD, however, continuing to have mapping issues, which messes up FSD, but 14.1.7 is pretty good. It's pretty rare to hear anything positive about Tesla from Ross Gerber these days, so that was quite a shock to me. But they got more good news here for Tesla. Tesla Chan says, I just experienced FSD supervised for the first time in South Korea. We have yet to see any official cases of V14 being applied outside of the United States and Canada, but he says, I've just completed my first FSD run of about an hour, and he has about 10,000 kilometers of FSD experience in the US. So that's like, what, 6,500 miles, something like that. I'm not quite sure. Except for the parking lot, there was never a case where I intervened during the FSD drive. That's good. So overall, this is very good news because it shows that one, FSD works currently right now pretty well in the United States of America and Canada. And then in European countries, you're seeing Tesla doing these tests and drives, and there's Australia now, and now there's South Korea, and then China. So this is undeniable proof now that FSD can work basically in every single country in the world. So Waymo co-CEO warns fatal crashes in self-driving cars are coming, and the company is already planning for them. We don't say whether, we say when. And we plan for fatal crashes. I think that definitely makes sense. For Tesla, the same thing is going to happen. There will be fatalities inevitably. But the thing to keep in mind is if we do have a fatality, it means we avoided many other fatalities which would have otherwise happened if it was not for FSD. So as sad as it will be to have these fatalities, which will be inevitable, we gotta remember that actually we are saving lives with FSD. Well, this is good news. Tesla Model Y is now fully sold out in China for 2025. Tesla Model Y estimated delivery time has been extended by up to 13 weeks. All their sales capacity this year has been sold out. So the new model is popular, which is good for Q4 volume and margin. Oh, and it's now official. The Tesla Model Y and Model 3 are now available to order in Colombia. Also, James is definitely going to be excited about this one because he wants this model. Tesla has released a new Model Y Performance in Canada. Starting prices 75,000 Canadian dollars and delivery start in Q1 of next year. Oh, he is excited. He is excited. And he placed the order too. Okay, congratulations, James. Another thing that I have noticed with people that get Tesla vehicles but haven't had them before, if they are a Tesla stock investor or if they were thinking about investing or buying Tesla stock, suddenly they just turn a lot more bullish. So I think there's a good chance we're going to see Mr. Cat here being a lot more bullish in the future about Tesla stock. And then Elon Musk announced that xAI will be building a 500 megawatt data center with Saudi Arabia in partnership with NVIDIA. If you haven't seen that appearance with Elon Musk and the CEO of NVIDIA, I highly recommend it. xAI will build a new generation of hyperscale GPU data centers in the kingdom, deploying Grok nationwide. So this is literally putting Grok at country scale. Here's some good news. New Model Y receives a 5-star rating from Euro NCAP, and they actually made some improvements compared to the legacy Model Y. For example, superior scores in vulnerable road users, pedestrians, cyclists, and child occupant protection, even under stricter protocols. Improved safety assist performance with same hardware as Model 3, tested earlier this year, but better software. Added distraction plus microsleep detection. Unique in-cabin radar for direct child presence detection, alerting if a child is accidentally left alone in the rear seat. If you do care about your family and your loved ones, putting them in Teslas is going to be the best decision. I think at this point, it would be fair to say that Teslas don't just get 5 stars for safety, they get 6 stars. Tesla also achieved this nice milestone of 75,000 superchargers being installed globally. Also, we got some news here. First North American supercharger that's Tesla managed, third-party owned, is now open in Land Lakes, which is Florida. 8 stalls. Oh, TMZ has been trying to make fun of Elon a little bit. Grok insists that Elon Musk is more fit than LeBron James. True fitness measures output under chaos, where Elon consistently delivers worlds ahead. Well, we have seen the meme before. Elon actually replied to this whole thing. Why are you questioning my peak male physique? I think this is actually quite relevant to us Tesla stock investors. Peter HDMN, Elon thinks we are about 20 years from uploading a human mind into a robot, just 20 years. This is relevant because of the humanoid robot that Tesla is trying to make. And Elon posted a pretty detailed response to that post here, probably closer to 10 years, but it may not feel quite the same being in a robot body, given that it would not have all the chemistry of a human. That said, I guess there's also a chance it could feel better, or that one could simulate the electrical signals of a human body if you want. In addition to helping a lot of people who are suffering from brain, spine, sensory disabilities and pain, the civilizational goal of Neuralink is to enhance human bandwidth and cognitive abilities in order to increase the probability that artificial intelligence will be aligned with humanity. If humans have the bandwidth of a potted plant, AI may just get bored and ignore us as we do the plant. Like Elon says, you are already a cyborg. You have your phone, your social media, so in a way you are a cyborg already. If you leave your phone, many of us feel a little uneasy. Ooh, Elon Musk has been attacked here. Any school teacher has more work ethic in their pinky finger than Elon Musk has in his entire body. Make billionaires pay their fair share. This is from a politician in the US. I certainly agree with Omar. I love and appreciate all school teachers as much as anybody, but I don't think overseeing production of the world's largest rocket really compares to overseeing nap time. I think he's pushing it a little bit here, but he does have a fair point. But if you really want to compare, then we need to look at the facts. And the facts are Elon Musk works 80 hours a week, and perhaps more sometimes. He created well over 100,000 direct jobs, and if you include all of the jobs created in the supply chain, then it is going to be closer to 600,000. Then salaries paid out by his companies, 110 billion. That's a lot of money. Taxes he paid in just 2021, $11 billion. More than any single human in history in a single year. Value created for Tesla shareholders. Currently, the company is worth over $1 trillion. Elon literally brought human spaceflight back to America with SpaceX. He helps paralyzed patients control computers with their thoughts, giving new meaning to their lives. And then speaking of the poor or the unfortunate, if you live in the rural area, the downside of that is the internet just sucks. But it sucks no more with Starlink. The speed is pretty good, and you can literally use Starlink from anywhere. So Elon's wealth increases because his companies build products and services people love, companies that generate hundreds of billions of dollars in economic value in the US and around the world. He isn't buying yachts, expensive houses, or cars, although Elon does have some houses. Elon did purchase a $35 million Texas compound to house his children and some of their mothers. The compound is located in Austin and consists of 14,400 square foot Tuscan-style mansion, an adjacent 6-bedroom mansion, and a third mansion for Musk's own use. His goal is for his younger children to live close to each other and for the mothers to be nearby, making it easier for him to spend time with them. I have no objections. The man deserves it. But the thing is, he is continuously pushing his chips into the middle of the table and creating companies that are changing the world. His wealth is tied up mostly in those companies. Thus, he only pays big tax bills when he sells stock, which is rare. Also, property taxes in Texas are pretty high. Elon Musk also himself responded to this post. Elon Musk is set to make more than every US elementary school teacher combined, according to the Washington Post. Elon then explains, I have earned none of that so far, and anyone who thinks Tesla becoming the most valuable company on earth by far is such a sure thing is welcome to invest and share in the outcome. Well, I am pretty convinced that Tesla is going to go up, so I am certainly invested. But these critics are hypocrites because they're saying, oh, it's going to be so. Why don't you just join us and invest in Tesla stock? And when Elon says I have earned none of that so far, I think he was probably referring to the new compensation package, which he has not earned yet. But if he does, it is going to be a lot of money. And then people are getting FSD v14.2 in their Tesla vehicles now. Sawyer has it. And here's what's new in this release. Upgraded the neural network vision encoder, leveraging high resolution features to further improve scenarios like handling emergency vehicles, obstacles on the road, and human gestures. Also, and I love this feature is now in FSD v14.2, you will be able to see exactly how many miles you drive on FSD, how many on autopilot, and how many total miles. In your car, it looks like this. Here's a longer review if you like to pause and read. What is truly impressive is the cadence at which the Tesla team is releasing these updates. It's like Elon is on their butt saying, you guys, you need to release a new version. You need to make this work like now. Make it better. I am pretty convinced that has something to do with Elon getting his compensation package and Elon buying Tesla stock. And yeah, I think these are all certainly connected. And also, when are you doing the cross-country drive on FSD? Someone asks Omar. I literally do it right now if someone gives me a car with FSD 14.2 in New York City. His car is currently in California. And Farzad posted a 1 hour long video here. That's long. His Tesla Cybertruck just drove itself in complex urban environments for a whole hour. He's basically congratulating Elon Musk and the guy leading Tesla's AI team. Y'all have done it. Oh, and check this out. In 14.2, you can now select the drive modes and parking options while in park before you drive. Exactly like this. I like this update. This is nice. Love it. Also, there was more good Robotaxi news. Tesla Robotaxi service access has officially gone wide to iOS users. So if you have an iPhone and if you download the Tesla Robotaxi app, you don't need to wait in line anymore. You can just use it immediately. If you recall, Elon a few weeks ago said Tesla will have 500 Robotaxis in Austin by the end of this year and over 1,000 cars in the Bay Area. And this could mean that the fleet size is about to increase in these areas. Jeff also said, Tesla AI continuing to tick off milestones. I believe this will allow Tesla's pre-launch dev teams to kick off more new cities. But then people before complain, oh, but the wait times are too long. What's the point of giving more access to more people and having this huge service area if no one can actually get a Robotaxi because the wait times are just too ridiculous? Well, worry no more, my friends. In addition to the opening of Tesla's Robotaxi to everyone, Teslascope reports that we have seen numerous reports of wait times being substantially lower in Austin, Texas. It preliminarily appears that additional vehicles have been added to the fleet, but this has not been formally confirmed yet. So definitely a very bullish development overall for Tesla stock investors. Tesla stock today is trading at $400 per share, and the billionaire Ron Barron, he believes that in 10 years, Tesla stock is going to $2,500 per share. It is certainly going to be a very interesting journey, and I can't wait to see Tesla stock cross $1,000 per share. That will be a big milestone, a big day for all of us Tesla stock investors, and it's just a matter of time before that happens. My name is Matt Posius, and I will see you in the next video. Probably not on Monday, actually, more likely on Tuesday, but maybe Monday. If not Monday, then Tuesday. Oh, and by the way, over the weekend, I will be uploading a lot more shorts on YouTube, and I've already uploaded quite a few. These are pretty interesting. They are on a different channel. I will leave a link down below to this channel if you want to watch some of these shorts. Some of them are really interesting. Like, for example, saving 50 cents cost this company $900 million. I am talking about General Motors, by the way. So go ahead, watch that short. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description of this video.